Hi, I'm Devin. I'm going to show you how to make dreads today. Dread falls. These. I'm currently working on these emerald green. They kind of look blue, but they're green. And ash blonde dreads. So I'm going to show y'all today how to make single-ended dreads that go on dread falls. And I'm going to show you how to make double-ended dreads. This tutorial is going to be kind of long, so bear with me, but I'm going to make sure I cover pretty much everything that you would need to know to make dreads. First thing, everything you need, everything. Okay. First of all, you need Kankalon hair. Not that silky shit, because that stuff won't backcomb, it won't work, it doesn't, because the key to a dread is backcombing. The more the dread is backcombed, the better it seals and everything and stays, and looks awesome. So, you get Kankalon hair, 100% Kankalon hair, in your choice of colors. Kankalon hair. And if you want crazy colors, like natural colors are easy to find at like ghetto hair stores and stuff, but wild colors like purple, green, stuff like that, you have to buy like online, which I prefer to buy online because I want to make sure it's 100% Kankalon, no silky shit, because that stuff just, no, it's not good for dreads. But anyway, you need 100% Kankalon hair, you need a hanger. I know it sounds crazy. Hanger, you need a hanger. You need a bag to store all your shit in, so it's not like all over the house and you're like, oh my god, where's my rag, where's my hanger, that shit. You need a clean cloth of some sort, rag, whatever, kitchen towel. It can be small like this, it could be a big one like this, because sometimes I do long ones, sometimes I do short dreads, so your choice. And also you need a spray bottle, plenty of water, because you don't want to keep going to the fucking sink and shit, and having people having to go fill up your water bottle because you can't get off the bed, like me, and go fill it up. So, water bottle, comb. I say combs. Get combs because I got like a pack of combs for like $3 at Dollar General, like all sorts of assortments. So, I mean, this is ones I use. Make sure they have small teeth, like close together, because wide ones don't really work that great with backcombing. So, use combs like this, and make sure you have plenty of them because it might break. Because you get crazy, like me, I get crazy on backcombing, and I make sure my shit's really good backcomb. So, make sure you have plenty of combs. Scissors. Mine are kind of ratchet looking, I know, but hey, it works. You need a straightener. Preferably one that you don't care about that much, that's really hot, but I mean, I use mine that I use day to day, but I really don't care. But it's up to you. As long as it gets hot, then that's all that counts. And also, I don't have them with me, but you need elastic bands that like you can put in pants, but you want like small ones, maybe like that wide. And you want to be plenty long enough, because that's what you're going to put your dread falls on, with the loop. A single-ended dread. Single-ended dreads are like this. There's a loop at the end that you put the elastic through. But I think that's pretty much all you need for dreads. So I'm going to show you how to make them now. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to figure out how long you want your dreads. If you want them this long, which I don't really know, a measurement of them, but if you want them this long, the pack, you're going to cut it open, which the ones I'm making are not this long. They're probably like, the longest are like half of these, so, but I'll, show you how to do that. And it's a giant braid. Have a place like to store all your hairs and stuff, because it gets everywhere and it'll fuck up your vacuum cleaner, so make sure you have somewhere to store that. Okay. So if you're wanting your dreads this long, you're just going to keep it this long, and you're just going to cut that rubber band out. Like, cut it out. Make sure you don't cut your hair in half, because then it's not going to be this long. But me, these dreads I'm currently working on now for myself are, you know, they're not as long. They're kind of long, but they're not this long. But if you want them, like, shorter than this, which they're not much shorter if you cut this in half, which that's usually what I do, is I cut my hair in half. You just cut it. And one thing to help is if you keep the rubber band on one end, so you can, like, the rest of your hair that you're not using right now, you can, like, hang it up on your wall. Like, I have hair hanging all over my walls from why I do this and shit. So just, like, cut it like that. And you're gonna get hair everywhere, whether you like it or not. It's not gonna be, like, a clean kind of job. So, see, I actually cut my rubber band, so I'm kind of fucked. But whatever. Alright. Now, here's the thing that people normally ask. How much hair do I use? Okay. If you want, like, a thick dread, let's see. We'll find one. Like, this one's kind of thick. If you want one like that thick, like that, really that thick, you're gonna have to use a lot of hair. Like, you're gonna, like, pinch off. And you gotta think, you're gonna fold this hair in half to do your loops. But it's about, you know, that much. Pretty good bit of hair if you want a thick one. I'm gonna do a solid one, and then I'll show y'all how to do, like, a swirled one. You're gonna get your hanger and put it on your foot. You're gonna loop your hair. And here's the thing that people do that I prefer not to do, is they tie their hair. I don't do that because it's like, I don't know, it doesn't look right to me. But, I mean, everything's up to you how you want to do it. So, oh, I'm struggling. Okay. But you're going to take your hair, and you're going to hold it really firm. Like, don't let it slip, because you know you got it folded in half. That's the thing, like, when you want to figure out your length, you know you got to fold it in half, so just think about that. It's going to be a tad bit shorter than this, because, you know, when you do dreads, it makes your hair shorter. So, I mean, natural dreads are like that, too. So, just take your hair and just backcomb, literally, like, backcomb the crap out of it. Like, just go crazy on it. That's why I said more than one comb, because you'll be fucking up the combs trying to backcomb dreads. But you just keep backcombing, backcombing, backcombing. And I'm going to backcomb this dread, and I'm going to show y'all how it should look when you're done. But you just keep going, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, my dread's not fully backcombed. I didn't want to make y'all sit here for like 5 minutes of me doing this shit. So you just, you know, keep backcombing, and I'll show you like what I think dread should, you know, look like. And one thing I do when I'm backcombing is, when I backcomb it, like, I take the hair and I separate it like this to make sure it's really gonna knot, like, especially at this loop, because you want to have a defined loop, especially if you're doing dread falls, like the single-ended dreads. Like, you want to make sure. So, yeah. And if there's anything, like, I don't cover, or y'all, you know, don't understand about this, just please don't hesitate, like, to ask, because I've been asked to, you know, do this video forever, and I'm finally doing it, so. So you just take your hair, and you just keep backcombing, keep backcombing. Like, that's the key to a good, really good dread. Like, a lot of people don't understand, like, I've seen a lot of girls that do tutorials, which, you know, that's their thing, how they do it, but me, personally, I like to make sure I have a really good backcomb dread. Like, a lot of people are lazy with it and just, you know, you know, do a little backcomb, and that's it. But that's why your dreads are coming unraveled within a week. You know, my shit, you know, it lasts forever, so. Which, you know, dreads last forever, but, you know, you gotta reseal them eventually. You know, mine, I always have to reseal them eventually, but, you know. But you just keep backcombing, keep backcombing. And you're gonna get scraggly ends. You just keep pulling it out and pulling it to the side and putting it in your little trash pile. Like I said, you're gonna get hair everywhere. I mean, to me, you're doing a damn good job if you're getting hair everywhere. Because me, I know My boyfriend fucking hates it and shit, but I get hair all over the house. But hey, it's worth it when you have sweet dreads. Okay, I think this dread's pretty good. Like I said, this is why you want to make sure that your dread is like, you make sure you want the length, because you gotta fold it in half to do this, like to make that loop. But this is with single-ended dreads. These are single-ended that go in dread falls. And you can braid single-ended ones in, but it doesn't look that great. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. But go. Sorry. But you take your dread, and here's how I know if my dread's like fully like back comb. Like, I know it's good to go. But and like, make sure when you do your back combing, like, don't have big ass bumps in your, like, you want it to be like a smooth, all the way like evenness. Like, you don't want it to be like really back comb down like in the middle, because then you're just gonna have like a pregnant looking dread, and that's not good. So I mean, it's like no matter what, I feel like my my back combing stuff could be better. But anyway, here's how I know I have a good back comb dread. I take it off. Sometimes your loop, it's kind of hard to get through, but whatever. See, this one isn't all that great because you see how it like folds over. Yeah, you want a dread that's going to be like, it stands up. See how it's standing up like right here? That's, that's really back combed right there. You want to make sure it's back combed all the way through. So I think I'm going to back comb this one just a tad bit more. Okay. And this is for a solid color, like all the way one color, no blending, no swirling. This is one solid color, one single-ended thread. And sometimes, like, I feel like my ends are a little bit long, so I just kind of like snip them off. But everybody, some people come up with their own techniques for stuff, and by all means do that. But this is like personally how I prefer to do my dreads. But you're gonna take your dread once you think, you think that's a lot better. See how much better that is? It's a lot better. You're gonna take your straightener, which should be, hot now. It should be piping hot, not too hot, but hot. And you're gonna take your rag, which me, I prefer to use a short rag, like a small one. You're gonna take your dread fall and you're gonna twist, like pull it, like smooth down it, and just pull. Like, take your time doing it, because the way you twist it and you seal it, that's how it's gonna be. Like, it's gonna stay like that. There's no unraveling its thread, like, once you do it. So just make sure you take it and just twist it around. Kind of feel like I'm but then you're gonna take your rag. See how I've got it. I usually stop like halfway down. Don't try to like roll this whole thing and then, because sometimes I get to the end, so I'm in a hurry, and it just unravels and it's a mess. So just like do it about halfway down. Take your rag, put it on top of the dread. Like, you're gonna just make sure it's on there really good, like covering the whole dread. And move your hands down a little bit, because you don't want to burn yourself. I've burned myself so many times, I'm just like immune to it. You're going to take your water bottle, and make sure it's on like a spray setting, not the jet kind of thing, because then you're not going to get your dread wet like you need to. So, you're going to take it, still attached to the hanger, and you're going to, I got to feel for it. And then, see, my spray bottle's off. And then you're going to take it, and you're just going to spray it. And I'm, obviously sitting on my bed, but if you're going to do it where you don't want to get stuff wet or whatever, just do it where, like, you don't care to get stuff wet. I mean, it's water, it's not going to stain anything, so, I mean, I really don't care where I do it. I usually do it in my living room, but I thought my bed would be a good choice. But you're gonna soak the whole thing, and then you're gonna. All right, we got my dread ball wet, and now you're gonna take your straightener, and you're just gonna put it around the dread. Don't press too hard, because then it's gonna be like flat in places. So just take it and just barely put it on there. I mean, not like barely where you're not feeling it, but you know, just make sure you all around it, like the bottom and everything, like this. And try not to burn yourself. I mean, but it's gonna happen. I mean, to me, I always believe that beauty is pain, so it's just part of the whole ordeal. Okay. And you're gonna keep rolling it. And you know, if you want to let it go, that's how it looks. You know, see that? It's sealed. Like it's not. There's no coming apart from that. Like that's a fucking dread. You're just gonna keep going down. You can take your rag off, whatever, you know, to check it out, see how you're doing with it. And I'm gonna show y'all like how to do good ends, because there's some people, I ain't gonna say who, but they do like some shitty ends, like blunt, too blunt. Like mine come to like a point, like a really sweet point. And I'm gonna show y'all how to do that. And you're just gonna keep twisting. And again, take your time. Like, take your time. Don't rush with it. You know, your first set of dreads, it's not gonna be, I mean, you know, it could be perfect, whatever, in your eyes, but me, my first set of dreads, like, technically, this is, like, my first ever pair that I've ever made, like, good. But your first pair is not gonna be perfect, and don't think that, you know, you can't make them just because you fuck up one time. And again, you're gonna take your spray bottle and just wet your rag. And sometimes if your rag gets too wet, just change it out, you know. Or put it, like me, I put it on a fan and just let it dry while I'm using my other rag. That's why I said get two. You know, they can be different lengths. Whatever's comfortable to you. You're just going to take it and make sure you get all of that dread sealed. Like the tops of it, the bottom, all of it. And we're going to let that go. See how that is? Awesome. And there's going to be a few spots, like I said, you know, my stuff doesn't come out like this first, you know. You got to reseal it a couple times. But here's how it looks so far. And now we're going to do our ends. You're going to do it as close to the end as you can, like with the steam method. My first dreads ever, I did the bowling method, and that just didn't work for me. It was a mess. My dreads were like wet for days, and this is just a lot quicker because the straightener dries it like half of the way that it needs to be dried. So just gonna take your rag, put it back on there, and again, do it as long as as close to the end as you can get. Like I'm pretty much almost at the end, but don't burn yourself trying to like get down on it, you know. Again, take your spray bottle, squirt, squirt, squirt. Okay. I'm gonna just seal it. You know, sometimes I just run it down. Okay. Now for your ends, like your ends. Again, that's how it comes out. And see how like now we're gonna do the end. This little. Okay. Here's how I do it. Just twist like you would be doing for the rest of the dread. Wrap, wrap, wrap. And again, get as close to the end as you can, like twisting it. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your spray bottle, no rag for the end, no rag for the end. And again, this is why I use a straightener that you don't give a shit about, because sometimes the hair melts, but most of the time it doesn't for me. I guess, I don't know, because I get the right hair, like the silky stuff, it'll melt, like it's no good. But to spray your ends, like directly, water directly on the ends, just the ends, and just like rub it on there, like get the dread really wet. And again, get close to the end as you can. Take your straightener directly on the dread, and you're gonna keep coming down. And like when you get to the very end, just hold it on there for like 5 seconds. And then here's what you come up with. Like, yeah, that's gotta be refilled, but hold on. That's gonna bother me. Okay. You're gonna take your straightener and touch that up. Okay. And here's what you come up with. So your ends are more like, I know there's that poof on the end, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your scissors. Oh, I'm getting hair all over me. But you're gonna take your scissors and you're just gonna cut it off, like a little poof that's still on the end. And that's your dread. It's simple. Like, people don't understand. It's so much more simple to make your dreads. Like, it's a lot cheaper. It's better, you know. But that's one dread. Solid dread. Fully sealed. First time, you know. That's pretty good for one seal. And I'll just put it with my pile of other dreads. Preferably put it with your dreads that are, you just did. Because they're, you know, wet. Like, sometimes they're still a little wet and you can let them completely dry before wearing them or putting them on falls. Let them completely dry because you need to know that they don't need to be resealed anymore or anything like that. So, yeah. But I'm going to show y'all next how to make a swirl dread, and then we'll make a double-ended dread. So, stay tuned for that. Okay, now we're going to make a swirl dread. Like candy cane, swirled, whatever you want to call it. This is not transition, this is a swirl candy cane dread. I'm currently making my green and ash blonde one, so I'm going to show y'all one of mine, how I do it. People have different ways that they do this too, so, I mean, it's your call how you want to do it, but this is how I do it. Okay, you're going to take your first color, and for a candy cane dread, you're going to take half as much hair as you would do for a solid one, you know, whatever size you want, you know, because sometimes I do mine like different thicknesses all throughout my dread, so you just take half of what you would do, just pinch that off, wrap it around your finger, whoop, and what you're going to do is you're going to back comb this one not as much as you would do if you were just sealing it by itself. Like, you're going to just back comb it like normal. Hey, okay, what you do after you got your dreads, your back comb, pre-back comb, like not all the way back comb, you're going to take your two colors, whatever colors you want, and I got two on here that's been pre-back comb, and you're going to, like, you know, just make them friends, put them together, whatever, and you're going to take your comb, and you're going to act like you're going to make it one dread, like back comb it together so they stick together. Because a lot of people just like back comb each dread and then they swirl it together. They don't stay together. Like, they'll stay like this together for a long time if you do it like this. Like, make them stick. Just go down the whole dread. Back comb, back comb, back comb. Go underneath it. Make it stick, stick, stick together. All the way to the ends. And if it blends a little bit, that's okay, because I mean they're swirled, so it really doesn't matter. But then now you got this big old mess. So then you're gonna take it like a normal dread, and you're gonna swirl it, like literally swirl it, pull it, And again, you're going to take it about halfway down. See how it's already like, you know, swirled looking already? And you're going to take your towel, just like a normal dread. Soak it with the water. And it helps if your water is cold too, because it reacts a lot better to the heat. Take your straightener. And with this being like more hair than normal, you want to hold it a little bit longer, especially with thicker dreads. You want to hold it on there just a little bit longer. And again, just do it all around the dread. And sometimes swirl dreads, they take a whole lot longer to, keep sealed and make them seal. But with the backcombing, like, sticking them together kind of thing, that helps so much with swirl dreads. Y'all don't even understand, like, that helps so much. But then you just take it and see, it's already like, hey, we're buddies, kind of thing. You're just going to keep going down. And you're just going to do it like you would a regular dread, like the ends and everything. And if one color overpowers the other one, that's okay. I mean, if it's not okay with you, I mean, you just, make sure your hair is even. Because I add a little bit more green to this one. Which I do that off and on with my swirl ones. I'll add, like, more blonde or more green. Just make it, like, different, like multicolored kind of stuff. Like, it just adds more definition to your dreads. Especially when you have dread balls, because, you gotta do the pattern kind of thing and all that. And you just take your water and spray, spray, spray. Making dreads is so simple once you just get the hang of it, but it takes a lot of patience and backaches. Like, people don't understand it. It is a lot of labor. When people ask me, Devin, can you make me dreads? And of course, of course I'm down for that, but you gotta understand it is a lot of work, and I really don't like charging people, but it is a lot of work. Like, understand that. Thank y'all for bearing with me on this long video, but I really want to make sure that everybody knows how to, everything. And if you have any questions, again, I'll provide my name, for Facebook. So if y'all have any questions or need further details in a video, then please let me know. I mean, I would love to do it. Or if you have new dread techniques that you could show me, that would be awesome. And one thing that helps is if you have a steamer. But personally, I think a steamer, I've seen a lot of videos where people do it, and it doesn't seem like it makes it, I don't know, it just doesn't make it, like, seal. I don't know. I like this because it's like a permanent, hey, I'm a dread now kind of thing. It's not like, oh, I gotta run my steamer across it, 5 more times to make it, seal. This is like a for sure, hey, I'm together kind of thing. I'm telling you, my first pair of dreads was so bad because I used the bullet method. I didn't know all the techniques and stuff out there, but I prefer to do it like this. This is just my way of doing it. I mean, a lot of people's way of doing it. You're just gonna do your ends. Just don't look in the trunk. I got down central in the face. Chillin' with my freaks and I pick in the face. Okay. You're just gonna snip the end like you would a regular dread. You're gonna take it off. And there's your swirl dread. And again, with any dread, you're gonna have parts in it that are not, like right here. You're gonna have parts in it that you need to reseal and stuff like that. But that's basically, swirl dread. It's really simple. It's just like a regular dread, except you're gonna, again, make sure you're gonna stick together and stay together. Like, it's gonna be one dread. Like that. Like this. These are like my first pair I ever made, maybe like almost 3 years ago. So, I mean, you see, I've only maybe resealed them maybe 3 times, and they still look this good. So, okay, and that concludes pretty much my tutorial for everything. But if I didn't cover anything, please let me know. But I have an FAQ that I made up that I usually get questions about. And this is like mainly questions people ask me about dreads, like the whole shindig of it. But do you have to cut out dreads? No, you don't. You can wear them as dread falls, which they come dread falls when you make your loop. You know, with these they have a loop on the end that's single-ended dreads, and you put them on this little thing right here. But you want two of them, like you tie it together and they overlap each other. This video is kind of long, so I'll probably do that in another one. But that's basically, you know, you don't have to cut them out. You can braid them in, and you can wear them in as long as you want to. And I mean, but by all means, you go ahead, sleep in them. But me personally, I can't sleep in them. They're like a kind of like a few hours kind of thing, a show kind of, you know, that kind of thing. Can you wash dreads? Me personally, I don't wash my dreads because they're not real hair. There's no way sweat really gets onto these. You know, they just, you know, I might spray them with perfume just to make them smell good because, you know, they smell like perfume. But usually they smell like old people ass. I don't know. It's weird. But really, I wouldn't suggest washing them because you're gonna unravel them and it's not good. Okay. When can you wear dreads and how long can you wear them? You can wear dreads any day you want to. You can just wear them for the hell of it, you know, to a show, for a photo shoot. I mean, just to go out grocery shopping. I mean, it's really up to you. And you can, with dread falls, you can take them in and out. That's what's great about dread falls is you can take them in and out from day to day and just, you know, whatever you want to do. Braided in dreads, you can wear those things for like, I've seen people wearing them for a month at a time, but me personally, I don't do that. I really don't like braided in dreads, you know, it's not my thing, but, you know, you can wear them ever how long comfortable you are with them, or how, you know, how good they are braided in. Can you make certain lengths? Again, with the packs of hair, you know, it comes in a giant, long strand of hair. Just basically how you cut your hair or how long your hair is originally. That's about how long your dread's gonna be. Just maybe take like an inch off of that, because you know you gotta allow backcombing, and it's gonna, you know, make the dreads shorter. So just think about that. Can you use actual human hair? No, I don't really think you can. You have to use 100% cane colon hair, and you can buy that at beauty supply store. Sally's, I don't recommend buying from them because they're very expensive, very. So find like a ghetto hair store like Jamco. They usually have natural hair colors like black, blonde, brown. But if you want wild colors, like good wild colors, like not the silky shit, like get the cane colon hair, rough hair. You can get it on Amazon for like, I think the most I paid per pack was like maybe $3.88. And here for the dreads that I made today, I got them from Dr. Locke's Hair, and they sell all kinds of dread stuff. But you can buy it off Amazon. That's where I got it through. But she, you know, she sells stuff on there. But no, I don't recommend human hair. I don't. I mean, for like bangs, I use like clip-in extensions, and that's actual hair because I have to straighten them. So yeah. Can guys wear them? Of course. You can wear, I think the braided ones look better for guys because it looks more, I guess you could say, guyish. But if you want to wear dread falls, by all means do it. You know, anybody can wear them. Anybody. How long must your hair be to braid in your dreads? Your hair can be like 1.5 inches long, and that's like plenty enough. As long as you can make like a braid over it, that's plenty long enough. Like your hair doesn't have to be like down to your shoulders length to have braided in dreads. Are they real? I've had people ask me, are my dreads real? Obviously not. There's no way to have swirled, perfect. I've never seen dreads like this. Like, that are real. I mean, if they are, then you show me. Can anyone wear dreads? Again, anybody. There's no discrimination. Me, I'm, you know, a juggalo, whatever. I mean, anybody can wear them. Rave chicks, that's really where it started with, like, raven chicks and stuff like that, you know, but anybody can wear them. Anybody. Not even, you know, gothic chicks, whatever. Anybody can wear dreads. Which technique works best to make dreads? Like I said, bulling method, it's messy. It soaks the dreads for days. It takes forever for them to dry. and they come unravel a lot of the times. But with the straightener, it like dries it right then, pretty much. So I prefer the straightener method or the steamer method. But I don't own a steamer, so I just use a straightener. Can you dye your dreads? I really don't know that. I mean, you could probably add Kool-Aid or something to your blonde ones, but again, you could buy colored ones, so there's really no purpose in that. It's the same amount you would charge for a blonde as, purple. It would be the same $3 for a pack of hair. So you can just buy the color that you want. I mean, if you just want a dime. I mean, but that's up to y'all. What do you have to do to keep up your dreads? Me, I have a personal drawer that I store them in. I have a personal drawer that I store them in, like, for all my dreads, my extensions, my bandanas, everything. Like, it's in its own drawer. Like, you want to make sure you take care of them, because then you got to keep resealing them, and that just sucks, because it's not fun. It kills your back. I've seen some people that get, like, hooks for, like, coats and stuff, and they tie them up there, or, I mean, you can put them on a hanger in the closet and hang them up like that. Just make sure you keep them somewhere that they're not going to get fucked up, or unraveled, or your kids, I got kids, and make sure they're fascinated by them. So, I mean, just make sure you put them somewhere where they're safe, they can't get wet, they can't get messed up. So just, make sure you got a safe place for them. How to care for your dreads, again, that, resealing them, it's basically the same thing as if you're going to sit there and seal it for the first time. You spray it with a little bit more water, and you just twist it, and that's it. That's all you do to reseal a dread. That's all it is. Can you sleep in dreads? You can, but yet again, me personally, I think it's very uncomfortable. It's not fun. So, I mean, that's totally a personal kind of thing. I mean, if you can deal with it, by all means, do it. Can you dance in dreads? Can you be active? Like, can you move? I mean, yeah, if you tie them in good, you can shake your head and all that good stuff, then you're great. I mean, you can wear it as a go-go dancer. I mean, dancing period. I mean, you're good to go. But that pretty much concludes my tutorial. I hope it was helpful to some people. If not, let me know, and I will touch up on anything. I plan to make a double-ended dread tutorial when I have more time, because my children need me. So, just, bear with me, and I will make a double-ended one, and as well as transitional ones, different kinds, how to install them, and all that good stuff. So, y'all just stay in touch with me, let me know how this one was, and I really hope that it helps. So, and again, if y'all need any questions or want to know who I am, hit me up on Facebook as Devin S. Cook. That's supposed to be an S. It's backwards. Is it? It's backwards? Okay, well, it's Devin, Devan, Devan, not O-N, not I-N. S, like S, Cook, like you're cooking some noodles or something, Devin S. Cook. Add me on Facebook. Let me know how the tutorial was. I know it's kind of long, but yet again, I want to make sure everybody knows how to do it. If I didn't touch on anything, let me know. And I appreciate seeing my tutorial. Let me know how it was. If you need any help. Thank you.